Hey, welcome back to AntLab Games. So today we are on to day number 2, or round 3 of 4. So as you recall from the last video, Bravelar has uncovered the second cemetery, or second graveyard, a number of roaming or rampaging enemies, and we are in quite a pickle. So one note of correction from the previous video, it was pointed out that I had recruited the Utem guardsmen in one turn and then moved right after. So definitely an oversight on my part. The way the rules work are typically you have to do a optional move and then take your action, not your action and then move. So something to keep in mind going forward. Just it's easily overlooked just because most games you can do those two actions in either order, but in this one it's a specific order. So not sure how that would have changed things up. I know that rampaging enemy probably would have got on me a lot sooner, and I would have had to deal with it in a different order. But in any case, it's after the fact. We've gone too far ahead to even make that correction at this point. So we'll just move on, move forward, we'll press on, and we'll figure out what we're going to do for day 2. Alright, so I've gone ahead and shuffled all the deed decks. We still have a wounded unit. They've both are readied. Our daily skill is readied, so we're ready to get going. So might as well just go ahead and draw Bravelar's starting hand of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Alright, so determination, stamina, tranquility. Be good, maybe we can heal our wounds here. Druidic Pass, we can do some good movement, and we've got our Crushing Bolt again. So we'll flip our day-night track back to the day side. Roll our mana die for the source. So we've got 2 blacks, a gold, and a blue. Not the best roll, not even a good roll, but I do have that faction token that will turn one of these to a gold, so I'll definitely do that. And let's pick our daytime tactic. So what I think I'll do is the right moment. So one time this day during your turn, you can announce that you will take another turn immediately after this. If you do, flip this card face down. So this will give me back-to-back turns, which if we start to run low on Wolfhawk's deck, then we can flip that and take another turn. So we know Wolfhawk's going to go before me, so it really doesn't matter what she chooses at this point. So she grabbed early bird. So Wolfhawk's going to go first. Put her up top, and we'll get to her turn. Alright, so let's get Wolfhawk's turn out of the way. Draw our 3. She pulls green. She's got 1 green token, a crystal, so she gets an extra card draw. So her turn is over. Now let's go to Bravelar. Okay, so what I think I'm going to do for my first turn is basically I'm not going to move. So I'm not going to move this round. And I'm going to attack these gibbering ghouls, right? So I'm not going to use a ranged or a siege attack on them. I'm actually going to let them come at me. So they're going to attack for 4. I'm going to use my Utem guardsmen. They have a block 4. So I'm going to activate them, use them this round to put up a block of 4. So they block their full attack. And now we get to attack back. And for my attack, I'm going to play Determination for attack 2, and I'm going to use my Vial of Toxin to add an additional 3 attacks. So that'll bring me up to 5. So that gets discarded. This is done. He's dead. So he's going to give me 2 fame and another faction token. And for my last action this turn, I'm gonna play Tranquility. to heal 2 or draw 2 cards, and I'm going to charge it with a gold mana from the source. So I'm going to heal 2. I'm going to heal that wound off of my Utem crossbowman. It's going to cost me 2 because they're a level 2 creature, or a level 2 unit. So that's going to end my action. I'm not going to move, and I'm going to finish my turn here. So I get 2 fame, so 14 drops me down a level, and I get +1. So I've actually leveled up. I get 1 reputation for killing a rampaging enemy. So remember, I also get a faction token, so we'll get rid of him. Clean these up, re-roll the die for the source, so that's a white. We'll put that back in the source, and we will go ahead and draw ourselves a faction token. And we get Ghostly Elixir. So this one, 1 attack on a single action card becomes a ranged attack, so this will turn our normal attacks into ranged, so that's a good one. Because of the pursuit on the zombies, they're going to take a step closer. Alright, so now we're going to level up. So let's grab. So I have an option. I could take the skill that Wolfhawk put out there, but then I'd have to take the bottom advanced action from the offer instead of getting my choice, which isn't really a bad one. Actually, that one's actually quite good. But I want to see what Bravelar's skills are all about. So let's go ahead and draw 2 of his skills tokens and see what they are. So we've got, let's see, Forked Lightning. Forked Lightning, once a turn, ranged cold fire attack of 1 against up to 3 different enemies. That's per turn. And we also have this one's called Shapeshift. So once a turn, 1 basic action card that gives a fixed amount of move, attack, or block instead gives the same amount of 1 of the other 2 types. Elemental types are preserved on attacks and blocks. So we can change a block into an attack or an attack into a block, which could be quite useful, I think. Could be quite useful. I think we're going to take that. And we'll put this in the common area, and now we get to choose an advanced action card. So I think I'm going to grab Heroic Tail, because I definitely want to get some stronger units going here. So this will give me some influence and increased reputation and fame. So we'll put that at the top of our D deck, and now we'll draw up our starting hand for the next turn. Alright, so we have 3, 4, and 5. So that'll be ready for our next turn. Let's get on with Wolfhawk's turn. So she draws 3. 1, 2, 3. It's a white. She grabs 2 more. And her turn is over. Now it's back to me. Okay, so before I start my turn, I'm going to pillage this village I'm sitting on. So I'm going to grab 2 more cards. So I'll drop my rep down by 1, and I'll grab 2 more cards from my deed deck. So I got Improvisation and March. So the reason I did that is I wanted to get a few more cards before making this assault, because I want to take out this graveyard. I definitely want to do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move. So I need 3 movement to get in there, but Druidic Paths lets me reduce the cost of this tile by 1. So forest by 1, that'll bring it up to a move of 2, down to 2, and this will get me in there. So he's going to get in there, and we're going to reveal what type of monsters we have. Alright, so we've got a Gibbering Ghoul and a Necromancer, a Shrouded Necromancer. So, alright, not terrible. So remember, we're on this tile now. So I've got to drop them now pretty quickly. So, alright, so these guys are fortified. I don't have enough siege attack to do that. That's for sure. But I do have enough siege attack to take out these guys if I want to hit them at a distance. So I think what I'll do is play I think I will play Crushing Bolt, but first thing I want to do is use this this token to convert one black to one gold. So I'm going to take one of the black mana die in the source and turn it to gold, because I'm going to use Crushing Bolt, charge it with gold mana to give me Siege 3, and I'm going to then actually, I probably don't think that's the wisest move. I will hold this. And what I'll end up doing then is I'll use Improvisation, charge it. I have to discard a card. So I'll discard this move card. What this will do is give me 5 attack, and I'm going to turn it into ranged attack with this token. So it's going to be 5 range, so that's going to knock him out. So he's dead. And now all we have to face is the Necromancer. So that's the ranged face. Now he's going to attack me. So I need to draw a green token to see what his attack is going to be. And I'm going to draw a green token from the standard token tiles, because I don't want to use up all my undead tokens, just to see what his attack's going to be. So his attack's going to be 3, right? So it looks like a 3 standard, I think. It's hard to tell. Yeah, that's just a regular 3. Okay. So he's going to hit us for 3. I need to block 3. I think that's not going to be a problem. My Utem crossbowmen can do attack or block 3, so we'll block that 3 with them. So this guy gets discarded. He's just used for attacks. Now I got to come back and hit him for 5. And what do I have? I have a couple of options here. I think what I'm going to have to do, unfortunately, is I'm going to have to... Crap, I really didn't want to do this. I was hoping I'd have more. Alright, so we're going to play... So I'm going to... This stinks. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to have to convert some mana. So I'm going to convert a blue and a green. That's fine. So I'm going to use that. That's all I can use for this round. I use my skill, Thunderstorm, to create some mana. I'm going to use... I just need to do 5 damage to him, so I'm basically going to do that, charge it with blue, and it's going to give me a move 4, but I'm going to shapeshift this turn and turn movement into attack. So that movement now becomes attack 4 and then attack 2. So it's attack 6, so he's dead now. So used up pretty much all of my tricks to get that done, but what are you going to do? Reroll, got another gold die. Nice. Get these back into my discard pile, and let's collect our fame and reputation. Oh wait, 1 second. So I still have a green mana, and so what I did was I killed both enemies in the cemetery, right, the graveyard. I have 1 extra mana. It costs 1 mana of any color to seal this cemetery, so I'm going to go ahead and do that with that extra. So it didn't go to waste. I needed to do it anyway. So that's been sealed. I put one of my shield tokens on it to show that I've sealed it. And then we're done. Alright, so we're going to gain 5 fame for that fight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? And we're also going to gain 1 faction token for each. And we go up 1 reputation for sealing this place and liberating it. One thing I forgot to do before was to refill the offer. And when you liberate a cemetery, for the first one you do, you get to choose an advanced action as a reward. So I get to pick one of these. When you play this, throw away another action card from your hand and use the basic effect of that card 3 times. Wow. I guess that kind of burns the card out, right? I'm going to go with Spellforge, I think. So I'm going to put that on top of my deed deck. And we'll draw another. So we got Diplomacy. And now, because we killed 2 faction monsters, we get to pick 2 faction tokens. So the first one is Vampiric Chalice. After combat this turn, each enemy you defeated, you may discard a wound, up to a maximum of 4. And we grabbed a Amulet of Reawakening. Pick a card at random from your discard pile and put on the bottom of your deed deck. At the end of your turn, draw as if your hand is 1 higher. So that's a nice one. Alright, so we'll add these to our play area. Remember, both of our skills this turn have been used. I've got 2 cards. I get to draw back up to 5. 1, 2, 3. So, Crystallize, Spellforge, Quench Ball, Heroic Tail. So, not bad. Let's go and take care of Wolfhawk's turn. 1, 2, 3. It's white. She draws 2 more. Alright, she's ripping through her deck pretty quick. This is not a good sign. Alright, these guys move again before I take my turn. I forgot to move them, so they're slowly creeping. I was hoping they got a little bit closer so I could take them out too, but we'll press on. Alright, so I don't have any move cards this turn. So what I think I'll do is I'm going to stay put. But I'm just going to play Spellforge, and I'm going to charge it with blue mana from the source. And it says, gain 2 crystals to your inventory of the same color as 2 different spell cards in the spells offer. And those will go in my inventory. But that's the end of my turn. I'll re-roll the source die. We get a white. Clean this up for discard, and these guys are going to move a step closer. Good discard, and draw 1. We got Threaten. So we've got our 5-card hand. Threaten, Rage, Crystallize, Crushing Bolt, and Heroic Tail. Alright, so we'll give Wolfhawk her turn. So she's got 1, 2, 3. It's green. She pulls 1 more. So next turn she's going to call end of round. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to play these 2 sideways, and I'm going to move here. So it's the end of my move. He's going to move 1 closer. And I'm going to end my turn. But I'm going to play the right moment. And the right moment is, during your turn, you can announce that you will take another turn immediately. After you do this, flip this card face down. So we're going to take a second turn now. We're going to discard the 2 we played, draw 2 more. 1 with the land and swiftness. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But we were within 1 space of our keep, so we're going to get to draw an extra card. Concentration. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to play Concentration now. And I'm going to charge it with gold mana from the source. And we are going to use Swiftness. So we'll get the ranged attack +2 to take out these zombies, and they're going to give us 2 experience. So it's going to give us 5 ranged attack on him. So I'm not going to get to move this round, but at least we knocked this guy out who was on our tail. Alright, so since it was a rampaging enemy, we move up 1 reputation, and we go up 2 fame. So we're just about to the next level. And we get to draw a faction token. And we get Staff of Concealment. So move 2, your movement does not provoke rampaging enemies or enemies with ambush this turn. Also, any enemies pursuing you are not moved and do not attack this turn. So we'll get that for some extra movement. Alright, so we'll clean this up, re-roll our source die. We get another gold in the source. And these will go to our discard pile. Alright, so we're going to discard. And I'm going to use this token here, which is going to allow me to pick a card at random from my discard pile and put it on the bottom of the D deck, and at the end of my turn I draw as if my hand is 1 card higher. So I'm going to get an extra card draw here. So I'm going to just choose a card at random in my discard pile. Put it on the bottom of my D deck. And then now I'm going to draw up. I've got 4. I'm next to a keep, so my hand limit right now is 6, 5, 6, and I get to draw 1 extra for 7. Wolfwalk has no more cards to draw, so she declares end of round. So we'll get 1 last turn. So I'm thinking all we can really do here is do some recruiting. So let's move first, get into our keep, and take a look at what we can get in the recruit unit pool. So obviously we're going to disband the 2 units we have now and replace them with some better ones if we can. Well, let's see what kind of influence we have. So this heroic tale, I'm going to take a white mana from the source and charge it. So it's going to give me influence 6, and then for each unit you recruited this turn, I get fame and reputation +1 at the end of the turn. So right now I've got 6. My reputation gives me an additional 2, so that's 8 right now, which is enough to recruit these ice golems. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to dismiss my Utem guardsmen, right? And I'm replacing them with the ice golems, so they're going to come in ready. And let's see if I have enough to recruit another. So I've got 2. I'll play mana draw, lets me use an additional die from the source. I'll charge this with that white die, so I get influence of 4, and I can play these 3 sideways, 4, 5, 6, 7. And is that good enough to get somebody else? I don't want the familiars. The heroes I would like, and I'm not sure if I have enough because of the... I'm at 7 now. 4, 5, 6, 7. It's just not enough. Alright, so I think the way the heroes are, so they have a ×2 positive, so I would get 2 times my reputation as a bonus to recruit these heroes. So right off the bat, I'm going to have 4 influence to bring them over to my side, so that's much easier to convince. So technically I should have more than enough, and it can only be used, that multiplier, once during this interaction, so I don't see why I couldn't use it, right? Because the first guys I took were only 8, and I got 6 for this. So even if I use 6, 6 and 4 is 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, yeah, so that should, for their interaction, I should be able to recruit those guys. So I'll disband the Utem crossbowmen and bring the heroes in. Now they're going to cost me 2 influence to activate during an assault or an attack on another player. So, but that's only on an assault, and there's no other player. So I think that about does it. So let me clean this up and let's get ready for the next turn. Well, actually, the end of the round. All right, so we've significantly upgraded our troops with that little stop, but I don't know if that's going to be enough to help us get through the last stage. So that's the rest of my cards. So I think with that, this is going to end the second day. But I also get a level up because of my my 1 advanced action, heroic tale. So remember, I get +1 rep and +1 fame for each unit I recruited. So that's going to be 2 notches on the rep track, and then 1, 2 on the fame track, +1 because of the scenario bonus. So I do go up a level. So we do have enough command to take on another unit, which is a shame we didn't have that beforehand. If we could have gotten ourselves a 3rd unit, because I think we're going to need a 3rd unit. Well, I know we're going to need a 3rd unit for this. So we've got a long way to travel and a lot more to do still. We've only been able to seal 1 graveyard, and we've got 1 more to go, and still have to find the necropolis. So but we'll see how it goes. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed so far. As always, please point out any rules, mistakes, and we'll go from there. Appreciate your feedback as always. But thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.